Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on January 13th, 2015, and I thoroughly enjoyed this show, being the first one back of the new year. Basically, over the last couple weeks, they had been just doing recap shows and everything like that. So they started off the year with the return of William Regal. William Regal's back as GM, back from the neck surgery and everything like that, introducing the returning Sami Zayn. Really good promo from there. I like the aspect of, okay, as soon as he makes his intentions clear of going back after the NXT title, that Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin made like their interactions known there. It's like, oh, well, you had the most recent number one contender, the guy who, or one of the most recent number one contenders, the guy who had beaten someone who had earned number one contendership at one point at the last takeover. And then you have Sami Zayn in there, who, when he was out, was competing for the NXT title at that time. And, you had this great, I feel like a pretty good interaction between the three of them, which, of course led to a brawl in the end and a stand down with Joe and Sami Zayn in there, which also eventually led to William Regal making the match 2 weeks down the line for a triple threat for a number one contenders match, because each of them made a vital point for being number one contender in there. I mean, for the most part, if you truly look at it, probably it should have been Corbin and Joe, but Sami Zayn throws that extra element in there, and he does make a crucial point. It's like, well, I was technically number one contender when I was out injured, and no one's actually taken that away from him either. So they threw it in there, and I liked how they did that throughout that portion of the show. Also, you had the match with Tommaso Ciampa. It looks like they might be trying to build him a little bit more than otherwise a person who goes up against the bigger names, and as just a way of putting on a really good match out there. Hoping that they're going to try to build him and have him in some kind of feud sometime this year to try to build him up a little bit more. So we'll see where they go with Tommaso Ciampa. I like the match that he had here, eventually winning by, I believe, submission in this one. It's slipping my mind. I know he wins the match, but I believe it's by submission. And there, it came off really well, and all of that aspect. And here's one thing I have to throw this one out there. I definitely have to throw this one out there. NXT throughout a period of time have been doing their year-end awards, and let's just throw it out there. They did the Slammies far better than the Slammies. And that's just an aspect of, okay, yes, it's still by popular vote and everything like that, but take a look at the categories. Just very simple, what award shows usually need to be. You have best tag team, best female, best male competitor, best takeover special, the best male, did I say male competitor? Oh yeah, best match of the year and best overall. And it came out like, it didn't come out like one of those award shows like, okay, oh, because this person won male competitor of the year, they can't win the overall, or a female competitor of the year, they can't win the overall competitor. So you had Finn Balor win the male competitor of the year, and then he wins the overall, where you have Bayley winning the female, and then the match of the year being Bayley and Sasha Banks from TakeOver Brooklyn being the best one, and the most popular tag team is what you would have expected winning the tag team of the year, which was Enzo and Big Cass. So, in the end, I felt like they did the Slammies better than the Slammies in this case, just because, like I said, they kept the categories simple, which is all they really need to do. It's like, who is the best this, who is the best that. You didn't have to have LOL moment of the year, or oh my god moment of the year, or most extreme moment of the year, and everything like that. You didn't have to go off of different moments. You kind of went with who's the best of this. and I liked what they did with it. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder's match was pretty much with the Ascension. Was kind of a way of building them a little bit more again and showing them off as a dominant tag team. I liked the promo before this match with Enzo and Cass, basically saying that they're still going after them, and they gave it off again in that intense style that they were doing before NXT TakeOver London, and I liked what they did with it. I thought they did a really good job here again. Again, really good job here. Still saying that they're going after them. And then you have the match with the Ascension and Dash and Dawson. And that came off pretty well. And like I said, it was another way of building them a little bit more and showing them off as a more dominant tag team for down the road. So we'll see where they go with everything there. I like the aspect that they still making it feel like Enzo and Cass are going after them in some way, shape, or form. We'll see how long this goes for, and we'll see where they go with everything there. The other thing, I liked what they did setting up the #1 contendership battle royal with for the NXT Women's title. Of course, you had Bayley's promo talking about her match with Nia Jax and everything like that beforehand, but throughout the show, they didn't even just make a focal point towards certain NXT women. They basically got everybody to make some kind of short promo to right before the actual match happened, and they even explain away Nia Jax by saying, "Oh, the doctor didn't want to clear because she had been choked out just a few weeks earlier and everything like that." I was like, okay, so you did something to explain Nia Jax and getting rid of her and making her not have to be the clear-cut winner inside of this battle royal. So it came off, like I said, it came off really well. I like the battle royal, and I love the aspect that they treated it just like a normal battle royal. It wasn't like, oh, it's because it's women, so you could just throw them through the ropes. No, over the top rope. And I liked that aspect. And I like the aspect that you got that double aspect at the end, where it's like, oh, you had someone who was out of the ring the entire time come in and sneak in and look like they were going to get the victory, but then the face who had been knocked out of the ring during the match, where Eva Marie was knocked out at the beginning of the ring, comes back in at the end to eliminate Asuka. You had Carmella, who had been knocked out, like with a few people left, sneak back in there and eliminate Eva Marie to become #1 contender. And it looks like they're making some kind of face versus face match, at least for the time being. I bet you they're going to try to play this whole aspect between that the two of them are friends, because they've been pushing that throughout that entire portion at the end of the match, like, oh, these two are friends and everything like that, and like, will this friendship stand the test of the NXT Women's title match and everything like that. I bet they're going to build something around there. They also got a really good face of a really good shot of Asuka, maybe teasing that she's going to play some kind of role in this, or maybe they're going to have some kind of triple threat down the road, or maybe she's going to be the next one to go after Bayley, or whoever wins between Bayley and Carmella. You would assume it would be Bayley, but you never know where they're going to go with everything. They might have some kind of heel turn in here. We'll see where they go with everything. So overall, I thought this was a relatively good NXT. This was a relatively good one. They did what they needed to do in keeping the storylines going and keeping them clear and cut again. Like I said, I like how they added everything together with the shows. It's like, okay, you know where these storylines are going. So, okay, let's say these guys don't have a match this week, so let's have them cut a promo against the people that are about to have a match and everything like that. I like that kind of older style, and it keeps it a flow and a consistency inside of the actual shows. And that's probably why I like the shows so much more than pretty much all of the other ones put together right now. It's just because there seems to be like a flow and a consistency to them. Not to mention that the matches themselves are pretty good throughout the entire, for the most part. So, again, I really like this NXT. It came off relatively good to me. And that is my review for WWE NXT. and I thank you guys for watching.